For me personally, I know that God has pulled me out of some things. He's taken care of me. I know that He has kept me when no one else could keep me. And I want to share that testimony with you today. About, well, over a year ago at this point, a summer's day in May, I was assaulted by my ex-boyfriend, whom I trusted, whom I thought, God sent me this man who I thought would never assault me, never put his hands on me ever. That very thing happened. I was pushed this day. I was choked to the point of blocked airways, not being able to breathe. I was thrown to the ground, slammed to the ground. I was pinned to the ground. I was punched. And it's a very traumatic day. It was a very, very traumatic day. A lot of things changed in my life that day from this event. When the police came after, I had to be coaxed into calling the police by my friends, whose house I was at the time. I couldn't look this police officer in his eye. Very confident young lady, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm gonna let you know, this happened to me, right? Gone. I can't look this man in his face. I'm terrified. I'm literally shaking in my boots, if you will. And this man is here to help, but I'm just afraid. I'm afraid of him. I'm afraid of making him mad. I'm afraid of putting this report in because, he could still be mad, or just scared. I'm scared to walk outside for a very long time. Always looking over my shoulder. Scared of crowded places. Could never make eye contact with anybody. I couldn't do any conflict because it just scared me to death because somebody might try to attack me or something. I don't know. It was a very vulnerable state where I really felt like everything that I knew about me, all the safety that we take for granted, that feeling like I'm good, like nobody gonna just come up on me and attack me. That feeling we have, you don't know how great that is to have that until it's snatched from you. And that's where I was. This event happened in a series of unfortunate events in my life that happened back to back to back. And this is around the time, I've given God a yes. You'll hear me say that in a lot of my videos because I want you to understand that it's not all peaches and cream on this side. You're going to go through troubles. You're going to go through trials, but you're going to come out of them. I'm living proof. So when I keep saying that I'm giving God my yes, I want you to understand why I'm saying that. That there are going to be things that you're going to go through that you can be like, God, what? But I love you and you did this to me. Keep that in mind as I go along in the story. But this broke me. This event broke me because it was in a series of unfortunate events, if you will, that I knew God led me to do. He led me to do Black Lives Matter movements on my campus. That semester, although, campus became better, campus life became better, we got the statements we needed from the chancellor, etc., my GPA was torn to shreds. Instead of studying for my finals, I'm out trying to figure out, having meetings with, chancellors and vice chancellors and all of these people, the head people, in my GPA is affected. Okay, God, you told me you want me to do this, but you're not taking care of my grades. Like, what's going on? And then after this, I'm the president of the UNC Gospel Choir, and I'm leading the choir, and I'm giving it, everything I can, and leading as efficiently as I can, and trying to make sure everybody has, the spiritual backing that they need, whatever it takes. And the bottom falls out. I mean, financial issues, administrative issues, where I'm literally dragging, the organization on my back. So it feels like, with the help of like one or two other individuals. And this organization is huge. Our executive board is easily 7-8 members deep. So having that cutback was huge. And I'm like, okay, God, you sent me here, but I'm stressed out now. And yet again, my GPA has been hit I'm hit. My sanity is hit. I'm hurt. I've been hurt by people that I never thought I'd be hurt by. Like, what's going on? And then right after that, he sends me this guy. And this guy has, so many things that says, this is good. Like, this is it. This is the one. And so I'm like, God, you sent me this man, and this man beat me. This man has broken me. I'm not the same person I was because of this man. How could you send me somebody like that? How could you do these things to me, God? And you said you loved me, but you haven't protected me. You left me. You've literally forsaken me. And it says in the Bible that you can't do either of those things. So I don't really know what's going on right now, but I don't know who you are. I don't know that this whole God thing is really a thing because of where I'm at, because of the pain that I'm feeling, because the God I know and the God I read about will never let these things happen to me. And it's funny. God he's so amazing, and his thoughts are so much higher than our thoughts. And it's beautiful because that's somebody I can lean on and hope on. But let me not jump ahead in the story. I told God I didn't trust him. I told God I didn't have faith in him. And ultimately, I told God he wasn't who he is. That's the chief sin, guys. The chief sin. Blasphemy. I didn't believe. But here's God. Before I went through these tests consecutively, he told me, he said, because remember, I gave God my yes. So we good. Me and Jesus is like, bam, we here. And this is happening to me. So we're here. He's talking to me. He says, when I bring you through this, you will know there is nothing I can't do. And so I went through one event and I was like, okay. And then I was at the second event and I was like, but you told me, okay, so maybe this is an extended thing. Like that last situation that I went through and that you brought me through, it felt kind of bad still. So maybe this is a continuation. Sure. But then this happens again. And I forget the word of God because, listen, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm going through. Okay. I'm going through. And God is not real because God wouldn't do this to me. So he allowed me to hit rock bottom, y'all. He allowed me to hit rock bottom. There is a rock bottom in everyone's life. For some people, that rock bottom is financial issues. I can't be broke. I can't lose my car. I can't lose my house. I can't lose a child. I can't, live through somebody walking away from me. There's a rock bottom for everyone. He allowed me to hit rock bottom. And when I sat there and I realized that I was at rock bottom, literally, there is no God. There is no hope. There is no joy. We are just down here. There's really nothing. Like, we're just here. Hopelessness. When I hit rock bottom, God literally lifted me out. When I tell y'all that I have never experienced such a quick turnaround in my whole life, my therapist was kind of like, this is going to take years to get over. Like, people don't recover from this. And here I am. This was literally maximum 2 months after the event. And I'm like literally like healed, getting healing. And I should be depressed still. I should still be, afraid and scared and everything else. And don't get me wrong. There are some things that still are with me from that event. I still have issues looking people in the eye at times. I still have issues going up to people that I don't know. I still kind of shy away from big crowds. That's fine. But my heart has been mended. And once I hit that rock bottom and God pulled me out, even though I didn't want to believe in him, even though I didn't want to talk to him, even though I didn't, want to acknowledge him at all, he pulled me out of that. And it's like if there was a cloud over me, he just moved it to the side. I can't explain why. I can't explain how. I can't explain at what exact moment, because I promise you I wasn't praying. I promise you I wasn't looking for him, but he found me and he lifted me out of that. Now, when I came out, he said, I told you, when I bring you out of this, you will know there is nothing that I cannot do. And the beautiful thing about your trial and your tribulation is that although you're going through what you're going through, once you make it out of this, you will be a fearless soldier.